Have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their goals effortlessly, while others struggle? It all comes down to habits. These habits are like the compound interest of self-improvement. They might not seem like much at first, but over time they accumulate, and before you know it, you're reaping the benefits. Just like how a single penny doubled every day for a month can grow into over $5 million, a tiny change in your daily routine can lead to significant results over time. It's not about making a huge, life-altering change all at once. It's about making small, manageable changes consistently. Let's take a moment to appreciate the power of habits. They're the silent architects of our lives, subtly shaping our actions, our decisions, and ultimately our destinies. So the secret of success isn't in big, dramatic actions, it's in the small, everyday habits. In his book Atomic Habits, James Clear introduces the 4 laws of behavior change. Let's break them down. Picture this. You're trying to build a habit of flossing your teeth every day. Now, how can we apply the 4 laws to make this happen? Firstly, make it obvious. This is about setting clear cues. If you want to remember to floss, don't hide your floss in the bathroom cabinet. Instead, place it right next to your toothbrush. When you reach for your toothbrush, it's obvious what you need to do next. Secondly, make it attractive. This law is all about the desire to perform a habit. Maybe you love the feeling of clean teeth, or perhaps you're a fan of that fresh, minty taste. So buy a floss that leaves your mouth tingling with freshness. When it's time to brush, the prospect of that minty freshness makes flossing attractive. The third law is make it easy. This is about reducing friction. If flossing feels like a chore, you're less likely to stick with it. So consider using a pre-threaded flosser instead of traditional string floss. It's easier to handle and takes less time. The easier a habit is, the more likely you are to keep it up. Lastly, we have make it satisfying. This law focuses on the reward. If you feel good after performing a habit, you're more likely to repeat it. So take a moment to admire your clean, shiny teeth in the mirror after flossing. That feeling of satisfaction can be a powerful motivator. Now, don't get it twisted. These laws aren't magic spells that will instantly transform your routines. They're tools designed to make the process of habit change easier and more manageable. It's about making small, smart choices that add up over time. So, whether you're trying to floss more, exercise regularly, or read before bed, remember these 4 laws. They can help you reshape your habits in a way that's obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Remember, the goal isn't to change a habit overnight, but to make small, incremental changes that stick. Clear also emphasizes the importance of systems over goals, but what does that mean? Well, let's break it down. Goals are the end results, the finish lines, the big shiny trophies we all dream of hoisting high. They are the what we want to achieve. Systems, on the other hand, are the how. They're the processes, the routines, the daily grind that bridges the gap between where we are now and where we want to be. Here's an example to make it clearer. Let's say you want to write a book. That's your goal. The system is the schedule you follow, like writing 500 words a day. It's the habit of sitting down at your desk, rain or shine, and putting pen to paper, or more likely fingers to keyboard. Now, here's where the magic happens. By focusing on the system instead of the goal, you're shifting your attention from the uncertain future to the present moment. You're not stressing about whether or not you'll finish the book. You're just focused on writing those 500 words for the day. And guess what? The more you stick to your system, the closer you get to your goal. And often you'll find that the process, the journey itself, can be just as rewarding, if not more so, than the goal. So it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Or more accurately, it's about the route you take. One of the most powerful ideas in the book is the concept of identity-based habits. Let's delve into this. Imagine this. You're trying to become a more active person, but you've always seen yourself as a bit of a couch potato. Every time you attempt to go for a run or hit the gym, it feels like a struggle. You're fighting against your own self-image. Now imagine if you started to see yourself as an active person, a fitness enthusiast even. Sounds different, right? This is where identity-based habits come into play. Identity-based habits are all about changing the perception of who you are. They're built on the principle that once you change your self-image, changing your habits becomes easier. It's a bit like updating your internal software to match the external changes you want to make. For instance, if you start to identify as a reader, picking up a book instead of the TV remote becomes less of a battle. If you see yourself as a healthy eater, choosing a salad over a burger might feel more natural. You're no longer trying to change what you do, but who you are. This approach flips the script on habit change. Instead of starting with what you want to do, you start with who you want to be. And the actions? They naturally follow. So to change your habits, you need to change the way you see yourself. So what have we learned today? Let's dive into a quick recap. We kicked things off by understanding the immense power of habits. These tiny, seemingly insignificant routines can shape our lives in unimaginable ways. Next, we delved into the 4 laws of behavior change, reminding us that making a habit obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying is the secret sauce to lasting change. Remember, success isn't about one monumental leap, but rather small, consistent steps. We then explored the role of systems in success. It's not just about setting goals, but building systems that make those goals inevitable. Finally, we touched upon the concept of identity-based habits. The idea that changing your habits essentially involves changing your identity. Who you believe you are influences what you do. Remember, habits are a marathon, not a sprint. So keep going, one atomic habit at a time. And your desired future is waiting for you.